So hello my dear friends, welcome back. Welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking my videos. Thanks a lot. So let's continue our series of Dasha in Vedic Astrology, and we have already covered up till the 6th house Lord Dasha. And in this particular video, let's try to understand 7th house Lord Dasha in Vedic Astrology. What are going to be the results, positive, negatives that are connected with the 7th house Lord Dasha. And we are also going to be decoding the 7th house Lord Dasha in more detail with regards to its retrogression, if it is combust in the chart, if it is forming even connection with the Rahu and Ketu axis. And apart from this, we also need to go into the elements also, like in which, whether it's in the earth element, fire element, water element. So in which element the 7th house Lord is posited. So we will try to decode each and everything. If you are very first time viewer in this YouTube channel and you don't know what is Dasha, you can go and check out my playlist. Okay, we are discussing with regards to the Vimshotri Dasha, that is the planetary timing. So maybe right now you are going through 6th house Lord Dasha, 7th house Lord Dasha. So it's basically the planetary timings which any individual is going to go through. It's not necessary right now you are going through 7th house Lord Dasha. Maybe in the upcoming future, after 5, 10, 15 years, you will see this 7th house Lord Dasha, or maybe in the past you have seen. So you will be able to reconnect most of the things in this video with me. So this is the video just for the learning purpose. I even request you to try to watch this video till end. This will help you to gain more better understanding with regards to the thorough concepts of Jyotish in the Vedic Astrology. The very first thing, 7th house Lord Dasha is the cleansing Dasha. Okay, this will eventually help you to clean up yourself. By mean to say cleaning up, so basically what is the storage of the prarabdha which is going to be you are bringing in this present life. Most of the time the 7th house Lord have the capacity to cleanse everything out. Now by mean to say cleansing everything out, you will feel way much lighter in the 7th house Lord Dasha, because the progression of the 7th house Lord Dasha is going to be very fast actually. Maybe suppose your 7th house is controlled by planet Jupiter and it's a 16 years long Dasha. You will see this Dasha is going to be running very fast as compared to all the other Dashas of the sequence. So this is going to be very fast and cleansing Dasha in front of you. Apart from this thing, this Dasha is also going to be pretty engaging with extra and new people into your own life. This is also the Dasha which will eventually help you to make lot of foreign connections. Foreign traveling can also be seen this 7th house Lord, even exposure into the new culture. Like suppose you are from India, so you are exposing yourself to the Western culture. If you are a Westerner, you are exposing yourself to some Indian or some different culture. So different exposures are actually going to be seen in the 7th house, because this is actually the house which is originally controlled by Venus with the sign of Libra. So Libra is not only the planet which only governs relationships, marriage and married life aspect, although this is the one part. Okay, if you are going to go through maybe the age of 20 till 35 and you are in between the age of marriage and you enter into 7th house Lord Dasha, 100% you are going to get married. But apart from this marriage, this relationship, if you look into the broader aspect of the 7th house, this is the Dasha which will eventually help you to go one step more further into your own life. You can also call it as the decoding the karmas into the 7th house Lord, because what is going to be happening in the 7th house Lord Dasha, most of the things which are going to be like preoccupied in your own life, maybe you are preoccupied with your work, with your friends, with your family. This is that Dasha which will eventually help you to remove all that preoccupied stuff. So basically it's like creating certain emptiness and hollowness. This is the first phase, because as soon as you enter into 7th house Lord Dasha, this is going to cleanse everything out. It's going to remove all the old things. It's like you are just trying to emptying something. Okay, now after that emptiness, then the 7th house Lord Dasha is going to fill your life with new experiences into your own life. This is also the Dasha which will eventually going to create a lot of bondages at the same time. Now by mean to say bondages, the individuals, the relationships and the people whom you are going to be interacting in this 7th house Lord Dasha, they have the capacity to create a lifelong bondage with you. It's not necessary whether it's only from the relationship perspective. Maybe you are doing a job, you are doing a business, you are with some particular person. So the bondage which is created by this 7th house Lord Dasha, it's actually going to be way much higher. So this Dasha will also help you to form a lot of new karmas into your own life. Because 6th house is the prarabdha. 5th house is your past life deeds. So after your past life deeds and your prarabdha, this is the Dasha where you are going to be creating most of the karmas. That is also the reason why Saturn is getting exalted in the 7th house of Libra, and it's also finding a lot of directional strength up there. So because this Dasha will eventually help you to create more and more karmas. I mean to say creating more karmas, it's been meeting, interacting with the new people. So as soon as you are interacting and meeting with new people, this will eventually help you to create a more and more karmas into your own life. Next important aspect, it is actually connected with the spiritual side, which is even connected with the 7th house. Most of the time I have seen, because of the preoccupied nature of the 7th house Lord, because it's Venus, and Venus is a very preoccupied tattva. So because Venus is gaining control over the earth and the air element, these elements are already preoccupied elements, which are eventually going to be providing you with many new things into your own life. So here what will happen, if your 7th house Lord dignity is very powerful, the person will eventually going to be cutting away that bondages or that materialistic things or even the things which are connecting with you, and the person will tend to run more and more towards the loneliness and the secludedness. It's just like finding the meaning of your own life, because most of the time if you are in the 7th house Lord Dasha, you will going to find the meaning and the purpose in your own life. I have seen many people during the consultations also, when they are there going through their 7th house Lord Dasha, their very first question is going to be regarding the meaning and the purpose. Like, why I'm born on this planet earth, what is the meaning, what is the purpose of life. So this is the own journey, self journey into a new pathway where you are discovering your own true self rather than discovering other areas or the outer world. This is the internal realm. If you look, the Lagna is you, the first house is you, your physical presence, your physical body. 7th house is other people. So 7th house is actually going to be helping you to create a own discovery path by removing all the 7th house objects from your own life, and this will help you into the self-discovery into your own life. Now, for example, if your 7th house Lord is posited into the different elements, suppose if it is posited into the fire element in the sign of Aries, Leo and Sagittarius, then this Dasha is going to be pretty ambitious Dasha in front of you. Here you want to prove yourself, you want to accomplish new things into your own life, and this is also going to be extremely momentum giving Dasha in front of you. But on the other hand, if it is actually going into the water element, like the sign of Cancer, the sign of Scorpio and the sign of Pisces, this is that element where there is going to be a self-discovery. The person is going to be on a path of self-discovery where you are internalizing your own thoughts, you are going one step more deeper. I've also seen many people 7th house Lord into the water zodiac signs. They tend to discover Vedic astrology during their 7th house Lord Dasha, because this is that pathway or this is the self-discovery which is going to be not happening from the outer pressure. It's going to be happening from the internal questions which are arising inside you. So in the water, this have the capacity to take you deeper into the spirituality and over the path of the self-discovery. If 7th house Lord, for example, is in the earth element, like the sign of Taurus, the sign of Capricorn, the sign of Virgo, then these people are going to be more towards the materialistic things. Like they want to create or hoard multiple things into their own life. And why they are trying to do that thing? In order to build the security. Because this is that 7th house Lord where individuals are also going to be seeking a lot of security in their own life. It's the financial security which they will seek. It's also the mental security. Security who is going to be during my old age. So all the security is going to be built over the 7th house. In the earth element, the persons are going to be more prone towards the materialistic things, like acquiring and hoarding many things into their own life. Lastly, if the 7th house lord is in the air element, the sign of Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, then the person is going to be deeply diving into the foreign people or interaction with the foreigners, foreign people, traveling to foreign land, foreign country, dealing and even learning new cultural aspects into their own life. That is going to be seen through the air element. Air is also the element in Vedic astrology which is going to create a lot of instability into your own life. So if it is, for example, going into the air element, your life is going to be pretty unstable. Like you will not be able to find a permanent, fixed or secure place where you are going to be staying in your own life. So this dasha will going to create a lot of movement where you are going to be moving from one location to new location to new location. So this is going to be the elements. Now, for example, if the 7th house lord is retrograde, okay, it's maybe in any house. You can check my lord through houses series, then you will be able to understand the concept of retrogression also. But for example, if 7th house lord is retrograde, then what is going to be happening? You will run around a loop actually, circle, like you are evolving around similar kind of a circumstances again and again. Like suppose you leave one relationship and you will think like that, okay, that relationship have gone, immediately that same relationship is returning back into your own life. So it's like gripping you. Suppose you leave one organization, once again you go and join that particular organization. This is the 7th house lord retrogression. Because what will happen here, it shows your karmas have not finished yet. So in order to complete that pending karma, once again this lord is taking you into that particular area. It's like that you want to leave unnecessary things from your life, but still 7th house lord is giving you that things. Most of the time, have you experienced these things into your own life? Like if you want to run away from few things, so these things, they are running towards you. This is because of the 7th house lord. And retrogression is going to be creating more deeper impact. I will also request you, if you are into that retrogression loop, rather than finding the questions, okay, why this thing is happening or why that thing have happened with me, it's much better for you to, rather than looking over the consequences of why these things and such things are happening into my life, it's better for you to go into the path of self-discovery. It's like that, accepting the things which are coming into your own pathway and then moving along with that pathway. Combustion of the 7th house lord is not going to be creating much impact up there. Okay, if the 7th house lord is combust, it's not going to be creating much deeper impact into your own life. The last thing is the Rahu and Ketu axis. Now then this is going to be becoming pretty karmic actually, if it is forming the connection with Rahu and Ketu. Now most of the time it also depends in this case whether the conjunction is very close or it's further apart, or how your 7th house lord in which house or which particular zodiac sign the 7th house lord is going and then forming connection with the Rahu and Ketu axis. Because the first aspect is going to be taking you into the financial aspect. If it is with Rahu and Ketu, it's going to be taking you into the aspects of the business also, starting a new business, buying a new business, doing new business. So one direction is going to be into the business orientedness of the person. The second is the karmic axis. Okay, by mean to say karmic axis, most of the things are going to be happening based over the specific karmas into your own life. So it's like that certain decodation is happening. Some decoding of karmas are going to be happening into this time frame. You are going to be very unaware of the things, and these things are going to be coming into your own life. Okay, it's like creating new and new awareness. This period sometime can also create a lot of setbacks actually. I have seen many individuals in their 7th house lord dasha, either they are coming into existence or either they are moving back into existence. Coming into existence means birth is seen through this house. Okay, like birth is happening. I have seen many people born into their 7th house lord dasha. So this is the birth, it's the discovery of something. And I've also seen departure of many people into the 7th house lord. Like people are leaving this universe. So this dasha is basically operating on the extreme ends in your own life. It's not operating in between. If you look into other dashas, the 5th house dasha, 2nd house, 3rd house, they are pretty progressive dashas in Vedic astrology. I'm not using the word progression in the 7th house, okay? The reason why I'm not using progression is a word which we use for consistent efforts and then giving consistent result. This 7th house lord is operating on the extreme end. By mean to say extreme end, if the results are going to start coming, so everything will come. If the results are not coming, so it will not come. It's not in your own hand actually. So you see, the principle is operating on the extreme ends of the life. Like either sometimes 7th house lord is going to be blessing you with everything, or this is going to be taking or removing everything away from your own life. But the main theme and the crux of this is the self-discovery. Keep that point in your mind. Lagna lord will help you to discover the purpose, whereas self-discovery is a different thing. You are discovering your own self is a different subject. Okay, the purpose discovery is a different subject. First house, I told you, it's you are discovering the purpose of your own life. But 7th house is the inner discovery of your own self actually. This is just like the Atam Karka Graha, which is your soul significator, that is your Atman. And Lagna, you can consider it's just like some planet moon, or you are plotting your moon chart. So how from the mental basis the projections are happening. Whereas 7th house is just like the Atam Karka, that is the soul significator Graha. So what is your soul which is driving you? What is the principles, the values where your soul want to take you? So this is going to be the discovery of the self path, and this Dasha have the capacity to take you into that particular direction. Even lastly, I will add one more thing. Most of the time you will find 7th house lord is not alone. This is forming connection with not only Rahu Ketu but other houses also. Maybe 7th house lord is forming connection with the 2nd house lord Dasha. Most of the time 7th house lord planet, suppose if it is becoming Mars. So Mars is not only gaining control over this house, the Mars is also gaining control over the 2nd or some other houses also. So then you are going to be studying the results based over the other houses also. For example, you are a Libra ascendant, 7th house is ruled by Mars. So 2nd house is also ruled by Mars. So here you are going to be discussing the result by looking into 7th house and 2nd house both actually. If for example you are Aries ascendant, your 2nd house is ruled by Venus and the 7th house is again ruled by Venus. Now at the time of studying the result of the self-discovery, you are not only concentrating over the, okay, my Venus is in the 7th house of Libra, so I'm going to be only studying the result from that part. You also need to take 2nd zodiac sign into your own consideration at the time of studying the Dasha results. If for example, as I have given you the example of normal Aries ascendant chart and Venus is gaining control over the 2nd and 7th and sitting in the 7th house in Libra. Suppose in the element of Taurus, if it is empty, that is fine. But if some other planet which is sitting in Taurus, maybe for example your moon is in the Taurus and you are going through 7th house lord Venus Libra. So you will also going to be getting the results of the moon which is actually posited into the other element. Because when the Dasha is coming, it's approaching or you are going through Samban Dasha, both the zodiac sign, they are actually getting activated in the very thorough manner. The planet in where that is sitting, that house is activated, I understand, it's 60 to 80% results are going to be there. But the 40% of the results are also going to be coming through the other zodiac sign of that planet. In certain cases, there are certain exception, like suppose moon and sun. So they only gain control over the 2 zodiac signs. Apart from this, rest 5 planets, they gain control over all the 2 zodiac signs. So you also need to take other zodiac sign into consideration at the time of dictating the result. Okay, you can, I'm going to be like putting all the rest videos also up till 12 houses. So if you are watching the video of 7th house lord Dasha, and if it is, I've given you example Venus, so look where Taurus is posited and then try to connect both videos and then try to find the results into your own life. So I hope you have gained the true understanding in this video. The reason why I even ask you to watch all the videos of the Dasha is because some concept I will give into some video and some concept I will give in the other video. Now, if you go and watch my 3rd house and 5th house Lord Dasha, you will find the two new concepts which I have given in that videos actually. So I request you to please watch these all videos, irrespective whether you are going through this Dasha or in the future you will go. Watching all the videos will help you to learn the new concepts of the Dasha. So I hope you have gained some basic idea in this video with me. And regarding any consultations also, you can just drop me an email. And if you want to support my work, you can just send me super thanks also, because any contribution from your side will help me to feel more motivated to prepare more such content over the YouTube channel. And thank you so much for even subscribing my channel below, hitting the like button, sharing my YouTube channel with your friends, family members who are in love with Vedic astrology. So we are going to meet very, very soon, and we will discover the 8th house and how the transformations are going to be coming into this Dasha. So till then, please take care of yourself, and Hare Krishna.